Just going live. Bonkers world. Okay, right. We're on.
Hi.
Yay. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Where is everybody? Where is everybody?
Well, we've had a few apologies, haven't we? People not
Yeah.
being able to come. So
Had
we
a
will
few.
see how everyone's going.
Yeah. Who's with us? Sheza? Here she is. Good evening, Sharon. How are we?
Good evening.
Are we good?
Hi, Sharon. Okay.
We can
Silence.
hear you. Beautiful. Hi, Susan.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
I'm good. Yeah.
Good. Is it hot in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, it's pretty warm. It's a bit muggy.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's definitely a bit muggy everywhere for everyone.
Bit muggy.
Apart from some people that have got rain. We had a bit of rain last night, which was quite good.
Yeah, we had some rain. We didn't get the thunderstorms they were promising this afternoon. I suppose that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I'm actually at the beach on holiday for a week. So
lovely. Yeah, fabulous.
How cool is that?
Yeah, so good. So good. Evening, Diane. Hello,
Good
Jillian.
Good evening.
Beautiful. So good to see you, ladies. So good. Great. So let's launch into it. What are our celebrations for the week? Pop them into the chat box or speak them out loud if you want to be loud and proud like me.
So what are you going to be loud and proud about then, Raven?
I'm going to be loud and proud that I had a fabulous weekend. I did a lot of activities that I usually wouldn't do. So on Saturday afternoon, I was trying to keep myself busy, as I do. And I took off and went to the river and collected some rocks for my garden, but don't tell anybody. And then I went to the New Zealand Spirit Festival on yesterday for the day and thoroughly enjoyed that experience. It was lovely. I did a really intense breath work exercise, and then I did another beautiful meditation. I did some yoga, and I shopped at the markets, and I ate really good food, and yeah, it was really lovely. Yeah, it was awesome. So great experience. Highly recommend, especially for those of you who've got it coming up in Auckland, I think, in March. Is there another one in March, Patsy?
Yeah, right? So it starts on the 7th to the 10th of March in Warkworth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really great. It was awesome. So yes, so that was my celebration. Have a fabulous weekend. It was good. It was good. What else are we celebrating? Sharon, what are you celebrating this week? Can you hear me? Shiza?
I can hear you, but I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right.
Perfect.
Right.
What are you celebrating?
I'm still here. It's been a rugged week. I don't want to go into it, but I'm still here. That's a celebration.
Right. So you turned up tonight. Yes.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
Beautiful.
I turned up.
Love it. Love it. Good work. Well done. Diane, celebrating that despite a fairly social week, I managed to release 0.8 kilos. Good. Rather than put
Excellent.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. Suzanne, what are you celebrating?
I'm not sure how much I've lost, but because I don't have any scales at the beach.
Awesome.
I did an online yoga thing today. I haven't done the yoga for ages, so I'm celebrating that. And I had a really good clean out of the pantry here, and I found stuff. The oldest had expired in 2012. So
yes.
So the pantry's been totally cleaned out and remodeled, which is good. Yeah, I'm managing to sort of make my way through things mainly, and
so I'm just trying to sort Pam out with the Zoom link.
Fabulous. That is awesome. And Jillian, what are you celebrating?
Just a full week on the program, I think was really good. Rather, I had a lunch out, but I stayed on the program and made good choices and that. So yeah, I think just consistency's the word this week.
Awesome. Well done, Gillian. That is
Like
so
that.
good. That is great. And how are you going with the weight loss side of things? Are you weighing yourself? Do you know how you went throughout the week?
I lost 1.4.
Oh, well done.
So I
I
think sometimes you can't get big amounts every week. So
that's right.
I lost
absolutely.
1.4 is pretty good though.
Yeah, it is good.
It's nearly 3 packs of butter in a week. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that is fabulous. Well done. Awesome stuff. Great. What are you celebrating, Karen?
What do I say? Oh, I started Deb Rock Evans, one of our lovely ladies. She's doing a business thing, and I started her program, which is where the other two, where Julia and Melissa are on tonight. And I didn't get on live because I got absorbed, but basically got inspired.
Right.
And got so inspired, I started writing more of my book and also writing the plan to go along with it. So that's exciting.
Right.
So hence now my poor little brain is being affected by the
pride,
by that and the heat,
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't really normally get affected by heat, but this year I have. So.
Yeah. Are you getting your salt in, Karen?
Am I getting my salt in? Yes.
Oh, that's good. Great. I'm going to keep an eye on you. Yeah.
It's very good. So everyone else as well. Salt.
Salt.
Yeah.
Patsy, what are you celebrating?
What am I celebrating? I can't even try to think what I did in the blooming weekend.
We started
another time with my grandchildren today, although it wasn't under the best circumstances because my little fella's got a small fracture in his tibia. But the good news is it will heal fast and he'll be good to go in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Welcome, Pam, Natalie, and
hi, ladies, and Ruth.
And I
thought what are you celebrating? What are you celebrating, ladies? What are you celebrating this week, Natalie?
Today I reached a big goal from my weight loss journey and starting in October. So I've lost 20 kgs.
Woo!
Oh, that's amazing, Natalie. Well done.
Well done, Natalie. That is definitely worth celebrating. So what are you going to do to celebrate?
I thought about going to the rock salt and having some garlic prawns as a treat.
Yum.
Nice.
That sounds amazing.
But I think I don't have to cook.
Yes. How fabulous.
Yeah.
Like a good one.
That's how I broke my fast last week. As I had garlic
prawns.
Interesting.
Yummy.
Oh, lovely.
Something I never think of.
Well done. Well done. Pam, what are you celebrating this week, Dale? Whoops, wrong button. There she is.
Wrong button. I'm celebrating consistency too. I'm still losing. It may only be like a couple of 100 grams or something, but I'm still losing and I'm down into the next set of numbers. So that's a real big win for me.
Beautiful.
That's brilliant. Absolutely exciting.
Well done. That is awesome stuff. Whoop, whoop. Love these celebrations tonight. Ruth, are you able to share with us? Are you there? Are you there, Ruth?
She might be able to vocalize it. She
might be busy. Busy.
That's all right. Might be cooking or something. Cooking or something. Yeah. Okay.
Lovely. Right. Well done, ladies. Fabulous celebrations. I love it. Is there anyone online that we're missing? No, it doesn't look like it. Lovely.
Not really,
All
there's
right.
two people watching, but it's probably you and me and Karen.
Yeah.
No, I'm not watching. I turned mine off.
Okay.
I've got it open just so I can watch for questions.
Otherwise, it rebounds.
I know.
Ready.
That's why I had to mute myself before.
Oh, here we go. Ruth, I'm celebrating air conditioning. Yes,
Yeah.
love it, Ruth.
I can
Totally.
understand that one.
Yes, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. It's
Great. Oh, well done, ladies. Great celebrations for the week. If you're listening online and you want to share, please share in the comments underneath. Especially if you're watching the replay, please share with us your
it's always exciting hearing people's stories and the difference in all of us. I think, you know, that's the beauty about having a group like this. It's just we all have different goals and different aims, but we're all aiming towards improvement in every single way, shape or form. Right. Today, I thought I would go a little bit over the chart I put up in our group for optional. This is optional, ladies. It isn't written in stone either. So basically, I'm going to go over it, and please jump in and ask questions as I go over it, because yeah, it's just something I just share screen. Something I put together quickly, actually, and you can tell it was quickly because I had to edit it a bit. So, okay, can you see the fasting planner?
Yes.
So, first off, this is for those of you who have either been doing it for at least the program for at least 6 weeks, or you jumped on the water fast and would like to continue doing the fasting. So this is just basically a bit of a planner to give you options. And the reason we're doing this is because we need to make sure that we're maintaining metabolic flexibility, which basically means that you won't put the weight back on. Because if you don't maintain metabolic flexibility, then your body gets complacent and goes, I'm all right. I don't need to continue using fat as energy, and so then it will also do other things. So this is the reason why I put this planner together. And so, for example, today is 24-hour water fast and then a light meal. So last night, last meal of the day, like for me, was 7 o'clock. And haven't had dinner yet. So dinner will be when we finish. So it'll be 25 hours by the time we finish. And so light meal. So basically I've made meatloaf, and so it's going to be a small piece of meatloaf tonight. And then I'm suggesting another 36-hour. Now it says water fast, but it could of course be broth, or it could be a mono fast. And so water fast is of course water, but with coffee. And if you want to, the butter to give you energy, and herb teas and that sort of thing. Broth fast is the same, but with broth and gelatin. And mono fast is one food. I normally recommend the one food to be a protein source of some type. So you might have beef, and you can also have beef bone broth with that as well. If you have chicken, you could have chicken bone broth as well. So the reason for that is it's basically giving your body a rest. So it's less work for the body to do. And then on Wednesday, 12-hour intermittent fasting. So basically you have your meal tonight at 8 o'clock, and then you go for 36 hours. And if you're good at maths, you'll be able to sit, then you'll be having a 12-hour intermittent fasting window. And then you go into the 17 hours. Now, the 17 hours, if you remember, if you did the water fasting experiment that we did, there's a reason behind the 17-hour, because 17 hours is where literally the ketones start really being produced and rocked on. So we're going to do 2 17-hour fasts, which is Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday is, and this is why you don't do this until you've done at least 6 weeks, you don't do this bit anyway, eating what you like. Because if you eat what you like, then you need to know a little bit about how to do it. So if you're still on the program, if you're still in the first 12 weeks, I encourage you to maybe have 3 meals. If you feel like breakfast, only if you feel like it, but if you feel like breakfast, have breakfast, but stick to the foods on the list that you're using. When you're in the 12-week time, you can start introducing one different food so that you can learn which foods are really, really suiting you. But it's important to have 1 day a week where you literally have your 3 meals a day. So your body, it goes, oh, okay. And it doesn't know what to expect. So basically, and then on Sunday, you just swing into the 15-hour intermittent fasting, and then you go into the next week. And so basically, I'm recommending sort of 24, 36-hour fasts most week. There's a 48-hour fast next week. The week after is 36. The week after that's 24. And then the week after that, 48. And then week 6, we're going to 72-hour water fast or broth fast. And so basically, it's just so that you can get into finding out how your body does with these fasts and how they feel. And as I say, if you go to like tomorrow, if you do 24 hours and you go, you know what, I need something to eat, then have something to eat. It's not written in stone. It's a real shift from where we've been at. So basically, ladies, I really would appreciate your feedback because it's really, really important to know how you're doing. And so, so I'm just going to go over, if I can find my my document, right? Why the 12 hours, etc. So at 12 hours, we get glycogen depletion. So the body starts to deplete its glycogen stores. So you can get glycogen stores from proteins you've eaten. So it starts to deplete that. And the reserves come primarily from the liver and the muscles. And it begins the fat metabolism. Then at 17 hours, as I said, we really go into ketosis. If you haven't been in ketosis before, this is where everything starts to really happen. Also, it reduces your insulin levels and starts utilizing all that stored sugars that is in your body. You probably know all this anyway, but I'm just going over to remind you why we do it. 24 hours, autophagy begins. So basically where the cells clean themselves up and the damaged components gets removed. And then what happens is we start to create healthier cells. This is the start of it. And it's also enhancing your human growth hormone production. So we start really, really getting anti-aging components to it. 36 hours, you're in full-blown ketosis, and also ghrelin, the hunger hormone, typically stabilizes or decreases, reducing your feeling of hunger, which is why the first day of a fast is actually traditionally the highest. 48 hours, enhanced autophagy. So basically more and more cells are being replaced and removed, and immune cell regeneration starts. So this is where your stem cells really start doing their work. 62 hours, continue fat burning and start getting that mental clarity. And also at 48 hours, of course, is the dopamine production and balance, I should say. So 72 hours, peak autophagy, stem cell regeneration, and reduction in inflammation. Now, I also would like to point out that when we do the fasting, also the body starts to kick out those toxic residues. So, for example, if you have candida overgrowth, which many of us do have nowadays, because if you've ever had antibiotics, been on the hormonal pill, and been under a lot of stress, been on the other medications, then it is likely you have candida overgrowth at one stage or another. So you can get it so that it's in most of your organs or in your toenails, or it can be mouth or whatever. And so basically the fasting can start really the die-off of candida. And this is where dear old charcoal comes to the fore. I'm going to recommend going forward with this program, because I've been doing more research on charcoal and I've been recommending charcoal for decades, but now I've realized that it's much, much more important for us as humans to be able to cope with toxic residues that we're exposed to. So we get toxic residues from our food, from our water, from our air. It's in the food chain and all of those sorts of things, as well as things like candida and pathogens. When the body starts to kick these out, what happens is it can cause those toxins, as they're being processed, can cause an inflammatory process. And we don't want any inflammatory processes, do we? So basically, by taking charcoal, and I would recommend 2 capsules or 1 level teaspoon in the morning with water, making sure you've got a big glass of water like this, and basically have them first thing in the morning, 10-15 minutes before you do your spray. And then after that, in the afternoon sometime, if you can do it 2 hours before and after eating would be ideal. And the reason is it actually helps not only removal of pathogens, removal of toxins, heavy metals, all of those things, but also it can protect you from radiation that we get from electromagnetic fields. So if you're on the computer, like me, and Patsy and Rowan, if you're on a computer a lot, if you on a mobile phone a lot, if you watch a lot of TV or you've got a lot of electrical equipment that you work with, then charcoal can also help protect you from that. Also, if you fly a lot, so when you're flying, every 2 hours, you get the equivalent radiation of an X-ray. So if you're doing a long haul flight, yes, yeah, if you're doing a long haul,
Wow.
sorry, my dog pet. If you're on a long haul flight, it's a good idea to take charcoal throughout the flight, because it can help protect you from that radiation. And so that is basically the huge benefits of fasting with charcoal. So Pam, is that 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon? Yes, 2 capsules or 1 level teaspoon twice a day. Yeah. And I think it was you, Pam, that put up on the group that there was, or in my feed, I think, Pam, that there was a New Zealand supplier of the charcoal. I found them a long time ago, and luckily, I'm so glad you reminded me, because when I chatted to them, and oh my gosh, they know their stuff. It's really good. It's really good to have a supplier here in New Zealand, and I really would encourage you to support them. And they do powder as well as the capsules. I would say, word of warning, with capsules, they make a the powder make very, very big mess.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to make my own the equivalent of bowel build, we used to make powder which was charcoal, bentonite, clay, slippery elm, fennel powder, and it was sort of like a mucilage, like a thing that was good for drawing out toxins. We got a bucket of charcoal and literally opened it up, and it just went and went everywhere, and we were finding it for days afterwards. So unless you feel really, really drawn to having a little bit of a mess, or you want to make like a wrap that you put on your skin and makes your skin dark, then I would highly encourage getting capsules. Saying that though, charcoal is supposed to be really, really good for whitening teeth. So you could put it on, say, for example, with the oil pulling, it's in the book, can really help with anyone who has trouble with oral thrush or has trouble with teeth. So if you've got any problems with your teeth, then oil pulling, you can always put some charcoal in with that because it will help that as well. So
Can I ask a question? Sorry, Karen, about the plan that you just hit up, and I can see it's been asked in the questions as well on the Facebook page, and that is with Tuesday being a 36-hour water fast, and then Wednesday being a 12-hour intermittent fast. How does that work? So if you
well,
started
basically,
fasting from dinner the night before,
and
they'll take you through to dinner.
The reason I put 12 hours is because basically, I'm not good at maths, Patsy. So
I'm just clarifying because it's been asked by a couple of people.
yeah, so basically,
I'm also wondering.
Yeah, so basically, if you have dinner tonight at 8 o'clock, 24 hours is 8 o'clock in the evening, and then another 12 hours on top of that. So it will be
8 o'clock again.
8?
It'll be
8
8 o'clock again in the morning, but it says 12 hours.
Yeah. So
does that mean you just have breakfast and dinner on Wednesday instead of lunch and dinner?
No, I'm going to change that and make that 17.
Don't eat breakfast, Gillian.
I'm going to make that
17. 12 hours.
I'm going to change it and make it 17. So thank you very much, because as you know, those of you who know me well know that maths is definitely not my strong.
So just before you change it again, if it's 36 and you go from 8 through to 8 through to 8, so like 36 would finish at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And so if we do 17 hours, it will take you through to 2 o'clock.
So what we'll probably change it to is break your fast at such and such a time, because otherwise it's kind of like trying to add 12 on top of the other and it doesn't quite work.
I'll say break your fast at midday.
Yeah, so that's a 40-hour. It's a 40-hour fast.
Clear.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound so bad. Doesn't sound too bad. Psychologically. I hear you. I hear you. But yes, I will do that. So I will change that. I must write it down because otherwise I Thank you all. It's always good to have feedback.
Ruth had another question too. Do you keep taking the bowel build after meals too? That's, I think, when you were talking about the charcoal. So if you are also taking charcoal.
Yes, yes you do.
Related question. So the relationship between the other product for the bowel and the bowel build, is it one's support and one's build? Yeah. So is one? Are they
interchangeable?
Can you use them separately, or is there a reason to use both? And if so, what's that?
Well, yeah, because the one we used to make ourselves, we had charcoal in with it, whereas bowel build doesn't have charcoal. They have a totally different action. So
I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question about the other bowel product that you've got two of them. It's not charcoal I'm talking about.
It's LBS.
LBS and the bowel build.
So LBS is your laxative.
Yeah.
So if you're prone to having sluggish bowels, then it's not called LBS. I think it's lower bowel support nowadays. They've changed the name. So you take that one. And then the bowel build is to help do repairing to the gut lining.
Right. Okay. Not repairing to what the bowel support has done, but repairing to the state that your bowel was already in before you took any of these things.
Yeah.
Is that right? Just wanted to clarify that. Okay.
Also adding a bit of bulk too.
Yeah. So how would you know when you need to use the bowel build?
Okay. So how have your bowels been, Gillian, since you've been on the program?
I'm still getting very loose bowels, sort of twice in the morning, and then nothing for the rest of the day.
You're more likely to get more out of the charcoal than you will from bowel build.
So I've been on the charcoal twice a day today and yesterday, so I'm still
Yeah.
getting very black, small lumpy.
It's going it's going through you very fast. Okay.
Yeah.
I would suggest that we get you on something a little bit different with just a bentonite clan to slow the motility down a bit. I'll find you a link.
Yeah. Oh, I've got some of that. I think I used it last year. That was when you take a teaspoon at night time.
You can get it in powder form, or you can get it in capsules.
Yeah, I've got some powder.
Okay, so do that. And just make sure you take it away from your charcoal.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be taken away from food.
Yeah. I noticed with the charcoal powder that it leaves sort of like a filmy stuff around, the cup or the glass. And it's going to be quite hard to mix the lumps in, it sort of stays a powder on top.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's quite light. It's a light molecule. So you might have to blend it or put it in a jar and shake it. Try that.
Oh,
yeah. That often does. Yeah, Ruth,
Yeah.
Bowel Build does have a very, very tiny amount of charcoal in, but not very much. Not enough to be therapeutic dose. So.
What was the company that you were talking about with the charcoal supporting New Zealand? What was that? What was the charcoal?
It's a New Zealand company, and I've put a post in the group. So there's a link there.
Yep.
Talking about how charcoal works.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it's really cool, John. It's also one of the most reasonably priced supplements, which is always useful if you can just carry on taking.
Activated charcoal. Yep. Activated Carbon New Zealand Limited.
Yep, that's it.
Beauty. Awesome.
Okay. So, any more questions about the fasting? No.
Right, we're covered.
I'm glad it's voluntary.
Say that again, Diane. I missed that.
I said I'm glad it's voluntary.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, we do recommend doing fasting with broth fasting. Do recommend that. You can get a huge amount of healing with broth fasting, and it gives the body the opportunity to get the nutrients, but also really to help your body heal, and also can really help any food, I'm going to call it addictions, any food cravings, anything like that. Because if you have a great deal of attachment to food, then I would highly recommend doing one fast or another, because most of us at some time or another have had the need to have food to actually stop us feeling. I know I've been very guilty of that in my life.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, so I encourage you, Diane. You don't have to, of course, but I encourage you to. And so yeah, they're very beneficial.
I mean, maybe even just extending out your intermittent fasting period could be beneficial, couldn't it? To at least that 17 hours where that autophagy kicks in.
Yeah, I mean, 24 hours is actually quite an easy do, really.
Yeah, 24.
People do it.
I've done I can't remember what it was with Deborah Murtagh. I can't remember if it was 3 days or 5 days. I've done a long one. I know I can do it, but I also know that I felt not wonderful for most of it. And at the end, couldn't even walk in a straight line.
Yeah. Especially because you might not have been, it possibly could be because you were missing something, that you needed throughout doing it as well, depending on how well you were supported throughout doing it. And also too, I think it's about when you're going through the journey, it's also about listening to what your body's telling you and what your mind's telling you as well. So it's not just about, I'm just going to fast and not eat, starve myself, and you know, it's actually about it. There's so much more involved than just doing a fast. So it's about making sure that you're supporting your body correctly throughout the whole thing, listening to what your body's telling you, and being supported during that process as well, to be able to have the most success you can from it. Not knowing a heck of a lot about well, I mean, I know, you know, I've also been trained as a weight loss coach, so, you know, knowing the basics, obviously, I would say if you weren't feeling that great doing a really long fast like that, your body was going through some deep healing, and you possibly might not have been supporting your body the best way that you could, maybe with electrolytes, maybe with added things that you possibly needed throughout the process. So, but that's just a guess. That's just a guess.
Yeah.
So,
Very
and we're all
good
just so
guess.
different.
It's a very good guess, because normally when someone's going through a fast like that, towards the end, you should be feeling good-ish. But the thing is, if you're feeling like you were saying, Dan, then your body would have been kicking out toxins and not being able to cope. And it could literally because of electrolytes, but basically it could be that there was a die-off of candida, that there was a you know, pathogen that was dying and your body couldn't get rid of. And so that's why with the program, is your first 6 weeks, we don't get you to do it, because sometimes it's like a bridge too far. And I think we have to really prepare for fasting and everything else.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I encourage people to keep an eye on
that. Definitely prepare for it. Don't just go boom.
Yes, Patsy, learning curve, eh?
Beforehand. Otherwise your poor body will go into shock. But yeah, I think also along the lines of when you are fasting, if you can really sort of tune into what is actually going on in your body and allow yourself to be a vibrational match for what is happening, so as that you can get the best out of the experience. When we did the water one, I did do some meditations that you could use to help support you and just really focus in on what's happening inside your body, and you know, have gratitude, I suppose, for what's going on inside your body as well. But anyway, it's a personal thing, yeah, whether someone wants to do it or not, but there's definitely some short and long-term benefits associated with it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I'm getting feedback from some of the participants, and some of them are saying that they were feeling a bit like you, not quite that sort of extreme, but weren't feeling too good, but bounced quite quickly afterwards, and the effects have been quite good since then. So it's been quite an interesting journey observing different people who have been on the fast. It's such a good learning curve, that's for sure. About self, I think, you know, I did a lot of writing and stuff when I was on the 3-day water fast. A lot came up. I'm not going to do what, not today.
Lots came up. I found it really difficult to the first 48, like getting easily just thrown in the towel at 48. But I'm so glad that I was encouraged to carry on, because the next day I felt amazing, and I would have been so disappointed with myself if I'd just given in.
Yeah. I think that's just that was the power of being in a group, though, wasn't it, really? Everyone
absolutely
in the same boat. And I think that's the power of like being in a group like this, is everyone's together, you know, and supporting
being
one another.
supported is properly all the way through is so important. That's really it makes a huge difference, I think, when you're supported and accountable, and you've got intention behind what you want to achieve. It's really good. I could have thrown the towel in as well a couple of times, and I didn't feel that fabulous during the whole 3 days. But I tell you what, the first day I started eating, I was like a little energizer bunny. poor people around me.
No way.
It was amazing though. Wow, what a buzz. Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, it was interesting because on the Friday, Friday morning, I was going, because I was going up down to Auckland, you know, and before 10 o'clock, I was going, I don't know if I can do this. I don't think I can go. And then all of a sudden, 10 o'clock, it was like,
she's away.
Good. Yeah, I'm off. Yeah, it's great. So yeah, it's just everyone has different stages, I think, you know, because I tell you the timings, but we're all, you know, unique little snowflakes, as I say, you know, and we all process things.
Little pattern.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it, really? Is everyone's uniquely different. And that's what I love about the work we do, is it's dealing with all of the foibles that we all come with, being human, humany-womany, as they say.
Yeah, it's a tough job. Anyway, I was wondering if everyone would like to just do a little, maybe just a little body scan meditation today, and maybe just a little bit of body scanning and grounding. The heat can make you feel a bit sort of scattered. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do now. So if anyone wants to go, that's fine. But otherwise, we'll probably just spend about, I don't know, 5 to 8 minutes.
Will there be some time for some questions and things later as well?
Do you have a question? Do you want to ask it first?
Yeah, I was just in the mornings I wake up feeling quite fuzzy from the ketosis, and I sort of feel like I haven't cleared it all, even though I'm drinking lots, and it goes relatively quickly, but I kind of, it was a bit like when I was in the fast. So I just wake up and I feel like overloaded with something in my head. Not in my thinking head, but in just, I just sort of feel
the muzzy fuzzies. So definitely, Susan, try the charcoal.
Yeah, I've been taking charcoal
twice a day?
Twice a day for ever since you first suggested it. So
okay.
Or before you suggested it, like before you actually came out and wrote about it, I was already taking it. So
the other thing I suggest you do, if you feel you want to, is maybe having butter in your coffee.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I can cope with that.
And you're quite early on in the game, so it's like an adjustment, really. It's where your body is kicking out lots of sugars, and so that's why you'll get. So basically, our lovely bodies store sugar everywhere, in the brain, in the lungs, everywhere. So it stores it, and your body is busy kicking it out, and sometimes it can take months to get rid of stored sugars. So that could be what's happening. So I'm just
I mean, I've been fairly heavily into, I feel like I've been in ketosis for about 10 days now, quite strongly.
Yeah.
When do you take your magnesium, Susan?
In the morning and at night.
Do you rub do you take a powder do you take a form of magnesium, or just the cream, the gel?
I've just got the gel.
Okay. Make sure you're doing lots of it.
Pardon?
Make sure you're doing lots. And are you doing enough salt?
Yeah, that was the other thing.
Yeah, no, I'm doing lots of salt. I feel like I'm doing lots of salt. I couldn't drink any more salt, and like I got to the point where my water was so salty I almost didn't want to drink it. So I thought it was.
You're not having too much, then, are you?
No, I've cut right back. So it's like, but it's palatable. But it got to the point where it was almost like, I can't drink that. I thought, I can't do that.
The only other thing that's coming up for me, which I would suggest, is whether you need to ground yourself at night time before going to bed. And there's several ways that you could do that. And do you know what I mean by grounding? Just so that we're on the same page.
You're just sort of emptying your head and sort of.
Know what you're doing. What I want you to do is I want you to connect your body to Mother Earth before you go to bed at night time. So taking your shoes off and feeling your feet on the ground, whether you maybe go outside or whether you're inside, but I want you to think about connecting with your body to Mother Earth. So the other thing that you can do, and this is something that all of you can, look at doing as well, is at night time before going to bed, popping your feet on the ground and imagining roots underneath your feet that are going down and connecting into Mother Earth, and just feeling the energy of the vibration of connecting to that's grounding. So
got a meditation that's got that
yeah.
in one of the
Yeah, and we're
weekly
gonna
ones.
do it in this meditation in a minute. So
Yeah.
But
Okay.
haven't you got a recording of that?
yes, we do.
Yes.
Yeah, the body
Yeah.
scan. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
We'll pop that in the group as well.
that'd be
That's fine,
really
except when I'm staying in the city. Does it have to be?
Have you got
I have to go home to park.
have you got no
well, I don't,
grass?
well, one of the places I spend time in, there's no grass.
Ah,
That's right. It doesn't need to be. Just do it on the carpet. It's all fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All good. You can even lie down in your bed and just imagine roots coming out of the bottom of your feet that are connecting into the earth. You can do it any way you want. Your
I've got a
imagination
grounding
is an
sheet.
amazing thing. Gillian.
Okay, thanks for that. I'll give it a
No
go. I'll let you
worries.
know.
There, keep us posted, Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
I just wanted to check the quantity of gelatine. Is it 1 to 2 tablespoons a day?
Yeah.
So the jelly recipe that has a couple of 2 tablespoons of gelatine obviously makes way more than 1 day's, because it's got like quite a bit of lemon juice in it. Or are you supposed to have all of that in 1 day?
You can. Well, the recipe's, I think, for 4 tablespoons, isn't it? 4 tablespoons. So for the one I've got anyway. The one
yeah.
So the 4 days.
Okay. And I've got collagen that was, that I had before the program. Is that okay to still have?
Send me a picture of the label and I'll have a look. Should be okay. Some of them are good, some of them not so good.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Cool. All right. Let's get into this body scan before we finish up.
Awesome. Okay. So just get yourself comfortable and just place your feet on the floor and just feel the support of the chair beneath you. And just when you're ready, just shut your eyes. We're just going to take a couple of nice big deep breaths in, and breathing in through your nose, breathing down into your belly. And just a nice big full breath, and then just releasing through your mouth. And as you release, just choose to relax. And again, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, releasing any tension of the day. Let go of any thoughts that are running around inside of your head. And just choose to make the most out of this. We're going to begin at the top of our head, and we're just going to scan on down our body, and we're just going to notice any places of tension or any places that sort of jump out and say, I need a little bit of attention. So just start at the top of your head and just allow yourself to scan down and behind your eyes, down past your nose, down past your lips, to your chin, down into your throat. And if you notice any areas that feel a little bit tense or a little bit fuzzy or a little bit buzzy, or notice any kind of sensation that's coming up, just allow yourself to breathe into that part of your body and just give a little bit of attention, and just tell it that you see it, you notice it, send it a little bit of love. Carrying on down through your chest, through your heart space. Take a nice big deep breath into your heart space. Just feel a connection in with your beautiful heart. And carrying on down your right arm, down your arm and into your hand and into your fingers. Give them a little bit of a wiggle, if you like. And then down your left arm, down your arm, down into your hand, down into your fingers. Just noticing anything that there is to notice. Now we're going to move down your torso, down from your chest, down into your solar plexus, into your energy center. Just check in and feel how your energy levels are feeling. And if you're feeling just a little bit low on energy, maybe place your hand, your right hand, on your solar plexus. Just allow yourself to bring some attention to that area. And moving on down into your belly, down into your sacral chakra. Just notice what's going on down there. Down into your root chakra. Taking a nice big deep breath into your root chakra. And just feeling safe and supported. And moving now down your legs. Down your upper part of your legs, down your thighs, down into your knees. Just notice what's going on with your knees. Do your knees need a little bit of attention? Maybe give them a little bit of a rub. Rubbing your knees is a great way to release the emotion that we can store in there. And then moving down the lower part of your leg. Just being aware of any sensations that exist, any areas that need attention. Down into your ankles and down into your feet and into your toes. And if you want to give your feet just a little bit of a wiggle and just allow yourself to feel them on the ground beneath you. And as you feel into your feet on the ground, I want you to imagine, as Raymond said, that your feet sprout some roots. And those roots go down into the earth and just feel those roots growing a bit deeper and a bit deeper and a bit deeper. And really just allow yourself to feel at one with the earth. Taking a nice big beautiful deep breath in through your nose. Take your breath right down through your body, all the way down and into your feet and into the earth. Just notice if you can feel any energy coming back up the other way, back up through the earth. Another nice big deep breath in through your nose and traveling all the way down through your body, down through your legs, down into your feet, down into the beautiful earth. And just allow yourself to feel present in this moment. Then I want you to take a breath up from the earth, right back up through your body, up into your chest, up into your head, and out the top of your head. And as you allow this breath to come out through the top of your head, I want you to notice and allow beautiful white or golden light to come in through the top of your head. And just feeling that energy coming up from your feet, plus also down through your head. And just notice how it feels to have this energy circulating throughout your body. You may notice that you feel a little bit warm, a little bit tingly, maybe a little bit light. Just notice whatever's present for you in this moment. And I just want you to now to take a nice big deep breath in to your heart space, connecting with your beautiful heart. And allow to feel the connection from within. And you to notice how it makes you feel to make that connection. So that you feel calm and centered. Or maybe a lightness. I feel like the sun shining on your face. Or the breeze blowing through your hair. And just allow yourself to sit in that energy for a moment. And from this connected place, I ask you to give thanks. Give thanks to your beautiful body for all that it provides for you, for all that it does for you. Give thanks to yourself for taking the time to care and to be mindful of what you're putting into your body, what you're applying to your body, how you're allowing yourself to rest and be present. And when you're ready, just bring your attention back to your body in the chair. Feel the chair beneath you. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, maybe roll your shoulders. And then when you're ready, just open up your eyes and come back into the space. So hopefully everyone's feeling relaxed.
Beautiful.
And ready to wind down for bed.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's it.
Well done, ladies.
Mm.
That was great. Thank you, Pat.
Awesome. Okay. Now, I know Patsy and Raymond have got to jump off, and so we will say au revoir.
I think we are, yeah. I think we are complete for the evening. Yeah.
Any more questions before we close off?
One quick one, Karen, coming back to the bottom row of your summary of what's happening when. I noticed that on the 1 week, it's about the day you can do what you can eat what you want. I noticed that in the final week it says except no carbs and sugar.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say that on the other week. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Well, that's actually because, yeah, it's the 72-hour fast. That's right. Because if you put in carbs and sugar after that, you're going to have problems.
Right.
So that's the reason why. Because if you're sort of further down the track, you know, you're over your 12 weeks and you've been introducing other foods. Yeah. And this is what we want you to be able to do so that you can live and do things that you might want to do, like go out for a dinner and not worry about what you're eating. Then basically this is where we get you metabolic flexible so that you can actually jump into and out of ketosis. So that's the rationale, but it would be very detrimental to do that after doing a 72-hour fast. That's the only reason I put that in.
Okay, thanks. That's helpful.
Yeah. No carbs that week, Diane.
No carbs that week. No, well, I'm not eating many carbs.
Well, well done. That's very cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So
thanks. Great question.
Oh,
Any
all
more
right,
for any more?
ladies.
All right.
Lovely. We will be in
Perfectly
touch
perfect.
online. Any questions?
Awesome.
Make sure you post them up.
Yeah, don't
Or
forget
ask away or email,
email.
or
Yep, whatever.
whatever you choose to
Either
do.
way. Yes.
Cool.
And so we
That's
will
great.
see you there next
Thank
week.
you.
We don't see you before.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye for now, ladies.
Bye.
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 Mm.